Hey, this is Daewon Song. You're watching my first hand. And that was not a real manual pad. You know, I appreciate awards, but there's not many awards that make me kind of feel like a little kid again, like winning your first track meet. But that one was kind of like a big deal for me. I was like, wow, like, really? You get there, you arrive, and you have to talk to all these people, and hey, you know, blah, 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 you're staying at this hotel, get to that hotel, you gotta meet at this certain time, you gotta get in this limo. You're like, wow, whoa, whoa.
That's what I'm talking about.
You go out there and you got your name just on like the venue that they're using, like Daewon Song, Skater of the Year, and you're thinking, wow.
Hey, right on,
How you doing, Bryce?
So
Man,
stoked
good
for
to see
you.
Thanks,
It's about
man.
time.
Good to see you, man.
It took you long enough to get that award.
It was pretty crazy because at that moment I was thinking of a million people that deserved it more than me. But I was thinking, but oh well, I got it. Thank you. Everybody, TBS, everybody, you know, everybody who supports, thank you so much. Whoa, this thing's heavy. Me being there and being able to be involved with Thrasher was a great thing, and I'm glad that I was able to get something like that and to experience a night like that. It's something that I won't ever forget. Man, thanks again. You guys are the best.
Let's go skiing!
I grew up in Gardena, which is kind of part of LA, which is, you know, they call the South Bay, which is Hawthorne, Lawndale, El Segundo, Torrance. All those areas are where I pretty much grew up skating. I'd say I was in the middle class Gardena. It was the middle stage of Gardena. You had the worst, the middle, and the best. You go too far one way and it can get bad. In every kid's skate experience, like your house is your favorite spot because it's the best thing you have for the meantime. My front porch became just like a drilling zone, just which would be axle stalls and all this good stuff on my porch. I remember finally it got to a point where the bottom curb was so destroyed. Pretty amazing, man, to go back there and see all the old places and to see how much time has passed, but that I'm still doing exactly what I did from then till now. Well, I moved out of the South Bay about 7 years ago, and I live 40 to an hour, depending on how fast you drive from the South Bay, but I'm always out there still. A lot of my friends are all out there still that I skate with, and you got two of the major things that I have involvement with. You got Dwindle Distribution, which I've been involved with for my whole skate career. I've never been under any other roof. You know, so I've been on different companies, but within the same distribution. You know, I go there, I'm not gonna say a lot, but I definitely go down there as much as I can. I always go to Willem's office, which is the Almost Artist, and just to kind of see what he's got going on. This is just him, like his calendar, so you can kind of tell what kind of guy he is. Look, he's not here, so that's why it's hard to come up with graphics. You know, and then I'll go over to Luis Cruz's office. Oh, Luis, this is Luis. He takes care of a lot of the production, and then on top of that, he's like a co-brand manager. Anything that I want to see, he's gonna make sure that he talks to Woolham or talks to whoever it takes to execute that idea. With DVS and Maddox, I've been involved with them for so long too now. That's been since, you know, early '97. Basically, I go down there a lot just to say what's up to Gavin and the Dunlaps and to say what's up to Gabe, because everybody there is like a family too, and it doesn't feel like me going down there to get something done.
Look, paycheck.
Paychecks. It's great to be involved with some of the companies and make sure that things do come out certain ways or ways that you want. But at the same time, I'm mainly focused on trying to learn new things on my skateboard and skate as much as possible. Action! When I was growing up, we were all on the same schedule. Skate, 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 skate. Everything just was skating. Skate here, skate there, skate at night, skate in the morning, skate during lunch. Let's eat our food while skating. Yeah. So now, to end up skating with your friends that you grew up skating with that are still skating, it's a lot more of an effort now, because now you're saying, hey, when's your next day off? Or can you squeeze this in? You gotta get a babysitter. And all of them are on different schedules too, so you're like, well, he could skate, but he can't skate today. So you find like one specific day. And for me and my group of friends, we always have Fantasy Thursdays. You know, my buddy John, he has 3 kids, he's married, works at the airport, but not Thursdays. I have a few other friends too that are off that day, so we just all combine and we just all go have a good time. It started off as us skating benches and blocks in old parking lots. We started getting the boot and we couldn't find places to go, to where we started to go to Channel Street. And I started to go to Channel Street so much, like where I went for 3 months straight every day. They would meet me down there too, but at the same time, they didn't like Channel Street as much as me, so I think Fantasy Thursday became a problem. It wasn't Fantasy Thursday for everyone. So we gradually moved from that point and we said, hey, well, let's just start going to parks. We just ended up starting to go to skate parks and hitting up as many skate parks as we could all day, every Thursday. You know, sometimes I think I'm just going to a park and I'm doing things that I always do. And then I look back and go, hey, I actually learned something, and I got my friend John, who only a year or 2 years back could not skate tranny at all. Now he's doing blunt heel flips. I've seen so many of my friends progress at skate parks that it's blown my mind. would say Thursday would start usually between 12, 1, around that time. And, you know, it'll go on till about 8 or 9 at night. From there, I just make my way home. Oh, there's a light. Things that I look forward to is right when I open that door, man, I got my little 4-year-old kid just like, Dad, woo! Hey, look, that's what I'm telling about. So hyper. Okay. It's one of the best feelings to have somebody so amped on you. You're like, oh, hey, I'm not that cool, kid. Like, but he thinks you're cool, you know? And you might as well take advantage, because that ain't gonna last. Daddy! So I get home one night, and my wife has tents in the backyard set up for me. Put tents up, put little lights up, a grill all set up with charcoal and everything, and I'm just thinking, you gotta be kidding me. Look, Dun-Dun. You know, my kid wants to go out there, so I hang out. I start the little grill up, sit next to my little tent. Dun-Dun, you want some hot dogs? Yummy. Like me coming home and going through something like that and ending up being out in my backyard at night in a tent. It's like small stuff like that, like being with my wife and not knowing what to expect, it just makes me love her more.
Was it s'mores?
You got some more stuff?
No, just
One of the great things about moving out to where I moved out to was there's this local shop called Liberty that I ended up being like a local at. Every so often they'll have these barbecues, and it just ends up being the best time ever. We made a video for Almost called Cheese and Crackers, and we only had a warehouse for 3 months, and after that, we were gonna destroy the mini ramp. But Liberty was like, you know what? You could put it in our warehouse. So they happen to have the mini ramp from Cheese and Crackers at their warehouse.
I found my favorites with such carelessness. I tiptoe in a sneaky thing. Don't wanna purchase no skeleton. So why you pushing them on me? Counting four, maybe five. Heading for steppers and smile. With some lights and a machine. With the sisters promoting pretty people walk.
All the guys that I've met, they become such good friends that to skate with them, it's like, that becomes like the fantasy Liberty barbecue. It just ends up being a good time. There'd been this Brazil trip planned for quite a while for DVS, and I was really looking forward to it. It'd be my first time to Brazil. So a few days before the trip, I'm just driving home, checking my messages, got a couple of messages from my dad, just him saying, hey, he wants me to come by, he wants to talk, because he missed me. And then I got the message that was after those ones, and my sister, just hysterical, telling me that my dad had just passed. You can't explain it. You can't explain how just everything drops out of you. The thing that messed me up the most was he had left me so many messages about, you know, come down, hang out, come and see me. It's almost like I never had time for him. It's just that I was always caught up with doing something. I was always filming something. I was always doing something that had to do with skating. I had to be here, I had to do this. I think it had been almost a month and a half. I mean, the day that I finally get to see him is the day that I have to see him where he had passed, and it was the worst feeling ever. I'm not saying that skateboarding is taken away from my life, because it's a major part to do with my life. I love it, and I'm gonna do as much as possible, but I wanna make sure that I make time for my kid, and I make time for my wife, and do more things that involve family. I don't wanna have regrets, like I did with my father passing. You know, my mom had passed in '99, and when my dad passed, it was just like, you know what, I'm gonna do this. So I got my mom's name on one wrist with her date of when she was born and when she died, and then my dad's when he was born and when he died. These are my parents, and they're on me, and they're with me forever. When you're going through stuff like this, you gotta keep your mind off of it as much as you can, and for me, skating is, it'll get my mind off of anything.
Now the drugs were staples.
I've been getting a call from Tony, the team manager over at Maddox, for a long time. He's telling me about Mark Waters' pool. How you doing? I like skating pool, but at the same time, backyard pools, they're tough. They're so underrated. So I pushed it away. You know, hey, Tony, maybe next week. Hey, Tony, next week. And finally, I'm like, you know what? I want to go down there. Maybe I am ready for some pool today. I get there, and I am blown away. Look at this thing.
With your
We had the best time there. It was Tony, Gabe from DVS, my buddy Luis, Matt Willigan, who I guess on occasion watches Mark Waters' house, and Anthony Acosta from the Skateboard Mag. It was the perfect group of guys. I don't think there's anything better than when you go on a tour or when you go anywhere to skate and your team manager is skating as well, especially when they're good. Half the team managers I skate with are amazing skateboarders. When somebody tells you about something good, sometimes it's better to just get up and go, because you never know how long it's gonna be there, or how long it's gonna last, or how long that person's gonna actually keep mentioning it to you. So with Acosta, I've known him for a long time. On top of him being a photographer, he's been in the game for a while. He's been skating for a while, and he hangs out with Landon, who's become a good friend of mine too. And Landon's brother, who is Kyle, lives out in Chino, has one of the most amazing places ever to skate. Kyle's house is a place where you feel like you're at like the best skate camp in the world. Kyle's house, there's more than just skating you can do there. You can play arcade games that are from like the 80s.
I forgot how hard this game was.
You could go inside, play pool. You can check out classic cars and learn how to rebuild them. We could just walk up to Cal's. He has this crazy donkey with these little legs and stuff like that. That actually kind of scares me, man. It looks like the little donkey from Shrek.
I get up a little. Yeah! Whoa! Whoa!
Yeah, that's it for me.
No!
Dead bodies piling up like garbage in the sun. It makes me feel so strong, because the mountain came to me and my baby. Dead summers walk behind me like a favorite son. I can't remember things that made me feel alive when I was young. But days I'll run.
Being at Kyle's house and being surrounded by people like that and the friends that I skate with too, it makes me realize that when you surround yourself with somebody who loves skateboarding as much as you and they're maintaining a 9-to-5 at the same time and they're progressing still, it gives me no excuse to not take advantage for what I have, to be able to just skate and make a living from it. These guys do whatever it takes to get out there, and it puts a fire under me thinking, you know, I'm given the opportunity to do it all the time, and so I'm gonna make sure that I don't look like a chump to those guys.
Daewon Song, first hand.